Celebrity Big Brother Day 8, and the crowd were really not loving Louis tonight. I actually thought he was going to go. Shan, Louis, Nikita and Marisha were the judges in tonight's You're Going to Be a Star competition, and I thought they did so well. Now, I can't sing or dance, right? But it's obvious that if you're in that situation, no matter how bad you are, you're better off just going for it, because when you act shy or like you don't really sing, it makes you look worse. Like David couldn't sing, but he really went for it and everybody was cheering, right? So it was good that they were all so supportive of each other. And poor Coulson, man, like they just told him to strut and he literally forgot how to walk. I felt so bad for him, but he's an actor, so you would think that he'd be used to doing things like that. Tonight when Ekin-Su was practising her dance moves, she says to Fionn, I think that we should do like this move. And Fionn says, oh, you should save that for your OnlyFans. And Ekin-Su took that so to heart, right? She was like, oh, I don't have an OnlyFans, and I don't post pictures of me in lingerie or bikinis or anything. People think that because I was on Love Island that I'll have an OnlyFans. And I was like, fucking chill out, man. She's having a laugh. And Fern obviously felt really bad about it, because she was like, oh, I just wanted to let you know that was a joke. Like, I don't even really know about OnlyFans. Like, I don't know what you would do on it and all that. And I was like, why is she taking it so to heart? It was only a joke. And even if she did have an OnlyFans, who gives a fuck? When the girls had their outfits on and they were getting ready to perform, and Louis said, oh, you all look great, even Fern. Like, he knew fine well that he was being cheeky, right? And the other women were like, oh, Louis, you can't say even Fern. And he's like, oh, but she's old. Like, does he forget that he's old? He's probably older than her. He's so rude. And Fern might be old, but she was looking lovely. And there was no need for him to keep on saying, oh, even Fern, like to try and make her feel bad. When she first came into the house, it was like, oh, Fern's really lovely. But then, in this episode, I felt as if he was just getting digs at her constantly. Obviously, he was just trying to be honest about like her talent and stuff, and Big Brother was saying, does Fern have what it takes to be like a singing star? And he was like, no, she hasn't got what it takes. Everybody's looking lovely, even Fern. And I was like, why is he being like that with her? Before the eviction, Fern was in the diary room greeting again, and she was saying how she's had such a lovely time and she doesn't want to go. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I am 100% going to be that person if I ever get into the Big Brother house. I wouldn't care about winning, right, but I would want to experience the full thing from start to finish, just because it's always been a dream of mine to go in there. I would go into the house, I'd start greeting, I'd meet the people, I'd start greeting, I'd go into the diary room, I'd be greeting. Like, I'd be up for nomination, I'd be greeting. And people would be like that, fuck, here we go, man. Film written part 2. It was time for the performances, and I think they both done really well, considering how hard the songs were to sing. And let's face it, right, Lauren could not sing, but she put her all into the dance moves. She was doing the split, she was up on the table and everything. And then when it came to the boys, I feel as if David done better when he was practising. Coulson, right, when you heard him practising, it was bad. But then when he actually got up there, I felt as if he done a good job. And Bradley was such a good singer. Like, if he had more vocal lessons, I think he could actually be a singer. But they both done really well, and I think that the boys deserve to win. When it came time for the eviction, the public were really booing Louis, and I know that he hasn't been that nice in this episode, but I don't think he's done anything that bad to deserve people to be chanting, get Louis out. Lauren was the one who ended up getting evicted, and I don't think many people in the house, apart from Ekin-Su and Louis, are going to miss her, to be honest. But then Sharon left tonight as well, and when she left, right, they were like, oh, go down and go and get Kelly, and Kelly ran up on the stage. And I was like, Kelly, you could have waited on her coming down, do you know what I mean? It just seemed like a pure attention-seeking move. It kind of annoyed me. Just before Sharon left the house, Big Brother asked her who had left a lasting impression on her, and she obviously felt bad choosing because she'd made a lot of friends in there. And I actually thought she was going to pick Ekin-Su, but she chose Nikita and Levi. And then when she said, oh, I hope your daughters call you, it was quite emotional, right? But I must say, I don't like it when people try and guilt trip people into speaking to their parents, because we don't actually really know the backstory, what happened, right? And there's so many people that I'm friends with and their parents are fucking cunts, right? And people always go, oh, but it's your mum. She gave birth to you. You wouldn't be here without her. Like, and what? And what? She is a bitch, right? I can't stand it. So I mean, if he hasn't done anything that bad to his daughters, then hopefully they phone him. But see if he has, then fuck him. Do you know what I mean? Don't feel pressured into talking to your parents just because people tell you that you need to. I feel like on the grand scheme of things, we don't really get to see a lot of Nikita, but the people in the house obviously love him and they think he's attractive and they think he's a really nice guy. But it was good to see a little bit more of him tonight, even if he was just giving some dancing lessons. I did watch Sharon's interview on the Late and Live show, and it was quite funny because they were talking about, her and Louis talking about celebrities. Like, when Louis was talking about Ronan Keating being a dick, right, I was laughing because I can't stand Ronan Keating, right? To me, he doesn't come across as a nice person at all. He comes across as a total dick. And when his son was on Love Island as well, he seemed like a wee bit of a sleazebag. But obviously I don't know him, right? But when Louis was saying that and then he says, "Oh, he fired me," I thought, I was only saying that because they fired him. They were talking about a few celebrities tonight actually, but Louis had mentioned Jedward. And I see Jedward come up on TikTok quite a lot. But every time I think of them, all I think about is when they were in Celebrity Big Brother and the two of them were in the bath and they were like swaying and the water was going everywhere. I don't know how people in that house managed to stay calm, right? I'd have been like, you're fucking cleaning that or you're not getting out of the bathroom. Stop acting like children. Like, they were actual, I think at that point they were adults. And it was so embarrassing. I was like, get a fucking grip, man. And he was saying, oh, that they were vile, but they were good entertainment. And I thought, no, they were vile and they weren't good entertainment. Their actual fannies are still walking about with the same haircut as what they were on X Factor or Pop Idol or whatever it was they were on. Can't stand them. Anyway, I went off on a tangent there with past fucking traumatic memories of Jedward on Celebrity Big Brother. But Sharon's interview was quite good. And I feel like, I know that Sharon Osbourne is technically a bit crazy, right? When you hear about how she met Ozzy and the history with her dad and their family and all that, she is a bit crazy. But she also seems like a really nice person. Now, do I think that she earned that £500,000? No, I don't. But she was good entertainment and it's going to be sad to see her leave. I didn't even bother watching Lauren's interview because, to be honest, I wasn't really that interested. I'll maybe watch it before I go to work tomorrow. But let me know in the comments, do you think the right person got evicted? I think they did. But I'll see you again tomorrow.